Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you weren't important to others? Have you ever done something great, had a fantastic idea, or helped someone without getting the credit you deserved? I know it can be tough to handle, unfortunately, sometimes even when you do the right thing. Act in everyone's best interest and make yourself available to others. They may not notice or pretend not to notice your true value. In fact, if you keep trying to please people who don't acknowledge your worth, you might end up feeling disheartened and frustrated. And it's even more difficult when it involves someone close to you, like family, friends, or a partner. According to Stoic philosophy, we shouldn't expect recognition from others because it's beyond our control and it may not happen. So you shouldn't wait for it, as that's a recipe for frustration. But what if I told you there are ways to become a priority in someone's life, to get more recognition, and make sure that the people you care about always see you as a priority in their lives? By following these steps we're about to share with you, you can make sure that you stay at the top of someone's list. For the next few minutes, I want you to focus and watch this video till the very end. Number 1. Avoid always being available. When you're always available to others, it can give the impression that you're not busy or important enough to have your own priorities. People may start taking your availability for granted and not appreciate the time and effort you put into helping them. By avoiding always being available, you're creating boundaries that show you have your own priorities and can't drop everything for someone else's convenience. This doesn't mean you have to be unavailable or unhelpful, but rather that you're able to say no or reschedule when necessary. For example, let's say a friend calls you up and asks for a favor. Instead of immediately saying yes, you could say, "I'd love to help you out, but I have a few things on my plate right now. Can we schedule it for next week instead?" This shows that you're willing to help, but you also have your own commitments that you need to prioritize. By setting boundaries like this, you're actually showing people that you value your own time and energy, and they should too. When you're not always available, people may start to realize that they need to make more of an effort to appreciate you and recognize your worth. Number 2. Be a mystery. Have you ever noticed how people tend to be drawn to things that are a bit mysterious or hard to figure out? Whether it's a secret that's hard to uncover, a puzzle that's difficult to solve, or a person who's a bit enigmatic, there's something intriguing about things that we can't quite grasp. In the context of relationships, being a bit of a mystery can actually work in your favor. When you're always transparent and open, it can make you seem less interesting or exciting to others. On the other hand, when you're a bit harder to figure out, people may find themselves intrigued and wanting to know more about you. This doesn't mean you have to be secretive or dishonest, but rather that you should avoid revealing everything about yourself right away. Keep some things to yourself and only share them with people who have earned your trust. By doing so, you're creating a sense of intrigue that can make people want to get closer to you and learn more about you. For example, let's say you have a new colleague at work who seems interesting, but you don't know much about them. You might find yourself wondering what their background is, what they like to do in their free time, or what their goals are. The mystery surrounding this person might make you want to get to know them better, and you might even find yourself asking them questions or trying to spend more time with them. Similarly, when you're a bit of a mystery to others, they may find themselves wanting to know more about you, which can help you become a priority in their lives. They might start to ask you questions, show interest in your interests and hobbies, or even try to spend more time with you. By being a mystery, you're not only making yourself more interesting and intriguing, but you're also creating an air of exclusivity around yourself. People may start to feel like they need to work harder to get your attention or to be included in your life, which can make them value you more. Number 3, prioritize yourself. When you prioritize yourself, you're sending a clear message to others that your own needs and desires are important to you and that you're not willing to compromise on. This can be a powerful way to become a priority in someone's life because it shows that you value your own time, energy, and well-being. When you prioritize yourself, you're also showing others that you're not willing to be taken for granted or to be treated like a low-priority item on their list. You're communicating that your own needs and desires are important and that you expect others to respect and honor them. Prioritizing yourself can take many forms, such as setting boundaries, practicing self-care, being honest about your needs, taking time for yourself, and investing in your personal growth and development. By taking these steps, you're showing others that you're a valuable and important person and that you deserve to be treated with respect and care. For example, let's say you're in a romantic relationship and you feel like your partner isn't prioritizing you enough. Instead of constantly trying to please them and hoping they'll notice your efforts, you decide to prioritize yourself instead. You start setting boundaries around your time and energy, and you communicate your needs and desires more clearly. You also start taking time for yourself each day, whether that means going for a walk, reading a book, or practicing yoga. By prioritizing yourself, you're showing your partner that you value your own time and energy, and that you expect the same in return. This can help them realize that they need to make more of an effort to appreciate and prioritize you in their life. Overall, prioritizing yourself is a powerful way to become a priority in someone's life. By valuing your own time, energy, and well-being, you're showing others that you're a valuable and important person and that you deserve to be treated with respect and care. Number 4, learn to say no. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal to become a priority in someone's life is the ability to say no when necessary. Learning to say no is not about being selfish or unhelpful. Rather, it's about asserting your own boundaries and preserving your time and energy for things that truly matter to you. When you say yes to everything, you may find yourself stretched thin, constantly juggling commitments and unable to give your best to any one thing. This can lead to burnout and diminish your overall impact on the people and projects that genuinely deserve your attention. By learning to say no, you're making a conscious choice to prioritize your own well-being and focus on the things that align with your values and goals. This doesn't mean shutting people out or refusing to help when it's reasonable, but rather being discerning about where you invest your time and energy. For instance, if a colleague asks you to take on an additional project that you simply don't have the bandwidth for, instead of reluctantly agreeing, you can diplomatically say, "I appreciate the opportunity, but my plate is quite full right now. I won't be able to commit to this at the moment." By doing so, you're communicating that you value your time and can't overextend yourself. Learning to say no also communicates self-respect and sets a standard for how you expect to be treated. It teaches others that your time and energy are valuable resources that should be respected. In turn, this can lead to a greater appreciation for your contributions, making you more likely to be seen as a priority in their lives. Number 5. Create your own happiness. One of the most important ways to become a priority in someone's life is to be happy with yourself. When you depend on others for your happiness, you give them too much power over your emotions and self-esteem. You also become needy and clingy, which can push people away. On the other hand, when you create your own happiness, you become more confident and attractive. You show people that you don't need them to make you happy, but you want them to share your happiness. You also have more to offer to the relationship, as you can bring positive energy and joy. Creating your own happiness means finding your passion, pursuing your goals, and enjoying your hobbies. It also means taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. When you do these things, you become more fulfilled and satisfied with your life. By creating your own happiness, you also make people want to be a part of it. They will see you as someone who has a lot to offer, and they will want to be around you more. Thank you for joining us today. If you found these insights valuable, consider liking the video and subscribing for more empowering content. And as usual, those who watch till the end, don't forget to comment, "I will rise."